Because as you get to certain levels, I want you to understand, yo, that this ain't even much just for you. You doing this for the people that came before you and the people that coming after you. You doing this for the people that came before you because they had vision, they had dreams, they had ideas, but they didn't have the right information. And so what you doing is you're able to say, okay, I saw what the dream was. I saw what the goal was. I saw kind of what the idea was, but now I got the information and I can wrap your dream, goal, idea with my vision, with the information, and now I show the next generation of people what's possible. Before we get to talking about stocks, I want to just tell y'all welcome. Right, so all my new people that's here in the trap, man, we got a seat at the table for you. You know, we pride ourselves in eating as a family. And so one of my descriptions of apex predators, but who eat as a family, is the wild dogs. And I know we went over this before, and I've talked about this before. Because as I was doing, like, breaking stuff down with E.T. and Jose, I don't want to make like I came up with this concept, but what happened is when I got the concept, I dug deeper in it. So E.T. said, like, yo, the wild dogs are the most successful dog hunters in the game. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Because just like a lot of us, we all thought it was the lion. But I realized something in that. So I'm in a text with E.T., I'm in a text with Jose, and what I started doing was I started sending them stats immediately. I started sending stats, like here's why they are the most successful. And OG was like, ooh, you just helped me out, Trap. But what I realized about why they are so successful is because the lion actually runs male cubs away. Yeah. So what happens is the female is the hunter, is the gatherer, and the male represents the protector. And if things get a little too hard, what the male does is move out the way. This is where I step. It's balance. It's balance. So when they go hunt, he really be right there with him. And I saw this, Jose, when I went to Kenya. I was able to see a real live hunt in real time. And when we look at it on TV, we think it happens fast, because what TV does is they put everything in this 1 hour time frame. But in real time, it may take 3 or 4 hours for that to happen. Sometimes 6 and 7 hours. Because in order to hunt, you gotta be patient. In order to hunt, you gotta make sure you give right instructions to the team. In order to hunt, everybody gotta know their place and positioning. So I see the female lions, the lionesses, I see them taking position about 25, 30 yards away from each other. But they moving tactical, Jose. Like they moving like inches at a time. So we in the car, we in the SUV thing, or whatever it's called, and he like, hey, y'all gotta be quiet because we don't wanna interfere with nature. And in my mind, what I said to me, myself was, the noise is what's interrupting your hunt. The noise is what's interrupting your hunt. Because when you hit a noise, you move. You get out of position. And what happens is, when you get out of position, you actually affect the tribe. I want us to say that again. I want us to hear that again. I want us to feel that again. Positioning is essential for a successful hunt. When you let the noise distract you, it takes you out of position, and it allows it allows the objective to get out the way. So one wrong whisper, one wrong ring on the phone allows the gazelle or the antelope to hear. And immediately we got to abort the mission. But what I learned about the wild dog is they don't care about positioning because they are not chasing the hunt. They are pursuing the hunt. There's a difference. So the lion is always chasing. It has to. And then it can only move, watch this, it can only chase in about 30 to 40 meter increments. So that means in order for the lion to kill, everything has to work right. Because it can only chase in small increments at a time. So that's why everybody got to get together. So everybody got to get together. Everybody got to be positioned so that when I run out of gas, you got me. When you run out of gas, you got me. When you run out of gas, but here's the thing about that. What happens when the thing that you are chasing is good at running away and everybody run out of gas? Now we talking about generational starvation. We talking about generational, we talking about I done ran out of, okay, let's make it real. Your mama got tired of hunting for prosperity, so she got tired, so she told you it's a job, and her mama got tired of it, so everybody ran, the great-grandmother got tired of it, the grandfather, so you ain't never seen nobody consistently chase the thing and capture it because everybody ran out of gas. And so now your experience that you are leaning on is this thing called wealth is out of my reach because I don't got enough gas. But when I looked at the wild dog, the one thing I realized is, so the lion is arrogant. Because the lion says that I'm the only man in town. The lion is arrogant. I don't want no other lions around me because you threaten my position. I don't want another lion around me because you threaten my position. Okay, so men, we don't like other alpha men around us because we may feel like they threatening your position instead of saying you can also help me because where two or three are gathered, okay. I was reading something, I was listening to my OG the other day, and he talked about the Clydesdale horse. Right, and he said one Clydesdale can move mature, it can move 8,000 pounds. But two Clydesdales together can move 30,000 pounds, not double. So you would think, okay, 1 and 2, okay, you move 8, I move 8, we get 16. But what happens is when you get two healthy Clydesdales together, they move 30,000. I said, ooh. But here's the homework though. Watch this. I dug a little deeper. And here's what I found. I see, I'm the person, when I get the information, I know that the person who gave me the information ain't dig deep as I'ma dig. So here's what I read. Two of them together that have been together a year or more can go from 30,000 to 45,000. So that means we've built a camaraderie. We both understand our individual, but we understand as a collective, we unstoppable. We unstoppable. So I want to do something tonight, Jose. Tonight I want to talk about I want to talk about the bridge to prosperity, Jose. And that bridge to prosperity cannot be done alone. It cannot be done alone. And it brings me to this scripture. It's like Proverbs 22:7, where it says, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender, Jose. And why does that come to mind? Because tonight we're gonna talk about America paying 3% on the federal national debt, which is equivalent to just the interest on that is almost $3 billion a day, which is almost 290 something billion dollars in a year. And we're going to talk about that because if America doing that and the stock market is doing one thing, but we're going to talk about how jobs right now is at an all-time low and gold is going through the roof and housing prices is going through the roof. So that means while the stock market is going one way, the way we living is going another way, and the consumer confidence index is the lowest it's ever been in 3 years. That means something going on and we got to pay attention to it. So today, Jose, we got to talk about the bridge to prosperity, because even though the recession and the hardships of society is felt by the lower class and the middle class, there's a class of people that's prosperous during these situations. And what we got to understand is, how do we bridge to prosperity? And it also makes me realize, Jose, that for a long time we've been on the wrong side of the well game. We've been check the check. We've been 2 checks ahead of everybody, and we think we okay. I'm able to pay my credit card balances off, so I'm okay. I'd rather get entertained than educated, but I'm okay. I got a good job, so I can take these unnecessary vacations. I can buy these unnecessary things, so I'm okay. We've been okay with having more liabilities in our closet and in our driveway than assets in our portfolio. So we got to change some things around. Like, we got to change to having those elite portfolios. We got to change so that no matter what happens in America, no matter who, we ain't affected. God and money. So I want to go somewhere. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, remember the Lord your God gives you the ability to produce wealth. Just want to go right there for a second, Jose. I want to go there for a second. Like, I'm not. See, because I realized when I was talking to Kansas City and I gave them the wealth blueprint, at the bottom as the foundation, I had God. And the reason why I had God at the bottom, Jose, was because I understood that that's who give me the ability to produce wealth. And for the longest, we think it's us. I'm a hustler. I'm going to get it done. I'm on my own. I got a fire business plan. I got good credit. I got an abundance of money. But this ain't my money. This ain't my money. This ain't my money. This ain't my money. Because while all these things are resources, the stock market is a resource, the credit card is a resource. Okay, let me go. The stock market is a resource to build wealth. The credit card is a resource to leverage. The bank is a resource to leverage. The cash is a resource to do certain things. But God is the source. And it tells us, Jose, it tells us that He gives us the ability. What is ability, Jose? Ability, able to. How do you become able? I become able when my thoughts are not your thoughts. I become able when He tells me, I got plans for you to prosper. Okay, watch this. Psalms 37 says that the Lord makes firm steps for those who light in him. I'm not trying to be a pastor here because I'm fresh in the word, but what I'm understanding is there's principles to life and there's principles to wealth. And if we lay up that and stick to the principles, we can't be broke.